I got it turned all the way up, Mike.
You're good to go.
All right, we're on.
Now,
Way up.
you're gonna get feedback.
I hear it.
You're,
Steve,
And I get my,
we're on.
you're on.
we on?
Yes.
Good, okay. All right, the Oconee County Rescue Squad Advisory Commission, May 26, 2022. Call to order.
June.
First item of business, approval of the minutes.
Date. You said May 26th.
Oh, today's June.
Sorry, looking at the wrong sheet. June 23rd. Approval of the minutes. Anyone like to make a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
okay. All in favor, right hand? Aye. All opposed likewise? Motion carried unanimously. Okay, the radio committee report. We did not have a meeting this morning, so there is nothing to report there. We're presently waiting for all the squads and fire departments to answer a second email request for information about each portable and each mobile repeater. We requested the model number, serial number, and location. A contractor was supposed to go out to Fire Station 10 to give us a price on installation of the tower. Scott is taking care of that, so I don't know what happened with it. And we're still waiting on the Federal Communications Commission to offer us another set of frequencies for the Salem water tank repeater. Okay, training committees.
We met Tuesday night, worked over the onboarding document that we had started the month before, and just trying to rearrange some things on that, get some things moving. Nothing changed with Upstate. Mike, correct me if I'm wrong on that. So we're just going to be trying to move forward with getting something in place for the new year. And Mike, if you want to add anything.
The interim director was made full-time, so we're gonna go meet with him, get on the schedule, go over the things we would like to see.
Okay.
That's all.
And as far as the SOP committee, we need to get together with Mike for a meeting. And if you would send me a couple of free dates, I'll check with him. Okay. And that's it for committees. Mike, it's your turn.
All right, good evening, everybody. Incentive, we're down to 3 months left for our time frame for members meeting their incentive requirements. Remember, it's 20 hours of training for all, in-date physical, and also current certification. Current certification is CPR, covers it, because you have to have CPR also, or any other. And the certification for CPR can be AHA, Red Cross, or ASHE. Anybody have any questions on that? We're doing real good on physicals. It was probably one of the biggest years we had on people getting their physicals. They are going to kick back off probably the second week in July, once all the physical paperwork gets put aside so we can start with Upstate. You can still go there on Thursdays, do a 1 day at Upstate. And then I believe Cindy said today, the 27th of July is our first North Greenville. And don't hold me to that. I'm gonna have to double check that, but I do believe she said the 27th, but that doesn't make sense because it's a Wednesday night. So I'll double check the date on that one. We do have it, it'll be the last week of July for North Greenville.
When did you say Henry was gonna start?
Probably the second week, once the new fiscal year starts and the money is put into accounts. Probably start lining stuff up with them the second week of July.
Great.
When you're looking at the training hours at the end, and a person is a member of both fire and rescue,
It's 20 hours.
20 hours combined. But if you're just a fire department member, 20 hours.
20
Or
hours.
just a rescue member,
20 hours.
okay. All right. I had been asked that question, so I wanted to clarify.
Continuing ed program, we're continuing to work on that. We had some good turnout with EMRs last month. And the month before, we had a total of 10 EMTs come to it during the day or night class. I'm gonna start getting out some more information to people on what the upcoming, dates. Brady puts that out, I'm gonna put out the upcoming, what's it actually gonna be. Yeah. So people know that, hey, good airway class coming up, or a good, like with the last one that, Tom did, the, OB. So, get that out to everybody. Anybody have any questions on the CEP?
Is it possible to start again listing what the topic is going to be? Because at one point, there were topics listed, but lately, I don't think I've seen, like, when they send out the reminder.
Right, I'm gonna get with Tom
Okay,
and get that down, and we'll go from there.
okay. Thank you.
Question, Mike. Does somebody have to be a member of a rescue squad to attend a CEP or county volunteer? And here's the reason is somebody from our Kiwi Key Security Patrol, who's an EMR, asked about continuing education. And this popped in my mind, and I said, I don't know. You know, would somebody who's not officially a member, like basically an outside layperson who has an EMR certification, can they attend these? And not, I don't know if it's necessary for credit or just education, but he was interested in continuing education.
Yep, and the only thing I would see that would possibly hinder that is lack of workman's comp insurance for them to be injured for some strange reason while they're taking it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, 'cause
That's
he
why
works
you have
for-
to be an affiliated member
Yeah,
with an agency to take fire classes or some of the rescue classes, or when you go do hands-on stuff.
yeah, because I mean, he works for a private security firm that provides
Right.
security for Kiwi Key, so it sounds like not really,
I can investigate it.
just, you
Right.
know.
I'll look into it.
And again, I don't think he's looking to do it for any type of certification, but just for continuing ed, to my knowledge, so.
Okay. Helicopter insurance. Discussion was brought up about renewing it. I guess everybody knows there's two companies provide service to this county from 3 different areas. One takes the insurance, which covers about probably less than a third of the county, which is the one out of Anderson County. People have looked into it. I guess there's another helicopter insurance out there that a couple departments have looked into. But premium for that membership is about $140 to $160 per month.
160.
160, okay.
Per month, per?
Yep.
I'm sorry, yeah. Per year.
Per year.
Per year. And that would be something that the departments would have to pay for that out of their own funds.
The county funds are approved for that. That's through South Carolina Fire Association.
Now, I'm not sure of the name of the insurance.
Yeah, that's, That's who it's by.
Anybody have any questions?
So is that gonna be a definite to get a new company?
Yes.
The new, okay.
The county can't find anybody right now who will give us insurance for $40 a year per household. The closest we've been able to locate for now is the South Carolina Fire Academy. You don't have to be a member of the, and I know a few departments have already signed up their members. What we're trying to do is get in next year's, or maybe it'll have to be the year after budget, get the county to chip in the $40 as they have been, and the fire departments or squads would just chip in the extra $120. But that's up in the air.
Okay.
I have something. May affect your decision. There was a legislation that went in effect January of 2022 called the No Surprises Act, which limits to some degree the costs of air ambulance transportation for people without insurance. I don't know the exact details of it, but I received a card in the mail from my carrier that said that that you won't get surprise bills from helicopters anymore. So that may play into the decision. Maybe worth looking at. NSA legislation, No Surprises Act legislation.
I will look into it. And the last item I had, sure everybody's doing there and everybody's been great turning their monthly reports in. Maintaining those records, also need to be maintaining your receipts for expenditures. If you're bidding anything out, keep your bids from different vendors when you needed 3 different quotes, and just maintain that documentation. I think everybody's, from what I can tell, all the rescue squads are up to date on their checks. And Steve, you said I was told you were gonna get with Rescue 4 and help them get through the software.
Yep.
Okay. And that's all I had.
Great.
Somebody had any questions?
Something came up over the weekend about reports. I was having trouble with a PCR, so I called the battalion, as I usually do. They usually have more knowledge than I do. And he said that they can no longer look at a report. Only you can.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Not sure?
Okay. I was having trouble getting one of the screens to give me
We
an
have an
okay.
error message. It said you had to be the one listed, the person doing the report had to be the
No.
care provider. That was the one we ran into this morning.
Oh, no.
Something's changed, allowing people to validate their reports, and it's haphazard. I can't tell you, I'm looking into it. But one of the members, one of our 21 members that everything was checked, everything was showing green, but it wouldn't allow him to validate or clear the report.
Yeah, it kept telling me that there was something wrong on a page,
Yes.
and there was nothing wrong on a page. So I went in and I just erased each item and re-put it in, and it cleared it for some reason.
Right. Just, if you got run across those, shoot me an email, shoot me a text on what called and what the problem was, so I can kind of keep track. But right now, it's an oddity. I guess it only happened a couple of times that I know of. The next person did the next call and he was totally fine. So,
Well, this had to do with, usually if I gave the battalion the call number, he could go in and look at it and see if he could fix it, but he said they're not able to do that anymore.
okay. We can talk after.
anyway, okay. Well, thank you, Mike. And Region 1, Kelly.
For Rescue 1, we've got one vehicle down at the moment. It's at the motor pool. The replacement they gave us went down, alternator went out, and now we've got the third line Crown Victoria. And hopefully we'll have the Tahoe back tomorrow from what I'm hearing. The F-250 truck that's down is going to take a good while longer to repair. We're not quite sure exactly what's wrong with it, but all the lights on the dash are on and it won't crank. We had that issue before and it had to be towed. So hopefully we'll have a solution to that soon. We're looking into some grants right now for additional equipment. Call volume's still up and we're still dealing with the strain of fuel. But as far as Rescue 3, they're having a little trouble right now covering daytime calls. They're asking, just keep a listen out due to some member health issues. The daytime calls, coverage is a little short. They've got a new member, RN EMT, I think is ready to respond now, and all their vehicles are operational. That's all I have.
What happened to Ray? I haven't heard him lately.
I'd leave that for
Pardon?
Oh, personal
Okay.
discussion.
Tammy, Region 2.
Everything going well at Rescue 2 Salem. Still daytime trouble. Had a cardiac arrest call today. I know that I'm pretty sure 21 probably was there. I was in Greenville. 14 guy came up, and I don't know who, a fire was there. So just struggling to get that daytime stuff covered. Thankfully, getting help from fire department, but everything running smoothly that I know of. Haven't had anything brought to my attention, and Rescue 6 didn't have any information.
Okay, Rescue 4 and 5. Michael did not tell me anything that they had to report, so we're Rescue 5 is hurting terribly for members, like everybody else.
Rescue 4 did have a new member join
Oh,
last
good.
night. They got a couple of new ones.
Oh, good.
So I think they're up to 8.
That's super.
So
And Eric?
Yeah, like everybody else, we're struggling for volunteers. We lost 2 of our good responders who decided to retire from responding. I think they'll stay as administrative, but we're down to 5 responders now. But we do have one that is interested in joining and wants to take the EMR class now that he's retired and can take the daytime EMR class, so that's a positive. We just recently, Mike came to our previous meeting and did the Stop the Bleed training for us. And we had our new truck radio is installed now and the truck has been serviced. So that's all good news. And other than that, we're still the same.
If your new member can go to a daytime class, what are they called, summer camp for the,
yeah, that's the dates I gave.
yeah, oh, good.
I mean, it's not till August, but we're also doing
Yeah.
a nighttime class in August also.
Good.
That's the 1st of August. The nighttime class starts at the end of August.
Yeah, so we're going to target that 1st of August class for him.
That's great. Daytime class, it's real. He'll get through it quick.
Yeah.
Was it a 5-day class or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, and interestingly enough, he is a former NHL hockey player. Played 14 years in the NHL, so.
It is.
And actually was a previous paramedic, so he's,
Wow. You wouldn't have any trouble.
yeah, nobody's gonna argue with him.
No, I'll bet.
On the pickleball court?
Probably a good,
No, we don't. We don't.
probably a good golfer too.
Actually, he is.
Those guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And rescue 7 and 8, our calls are starting to pick up. And we continue to have problems getting members to attend calls and training. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session.
I'll
Anyone
second.
second it?
I'll second.
Tammy, good. All those in favor, specify by aye. Opposed, like sign? Okay. We're going to